guys, welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic.
I just like Chip Kelly's humor thing.
Hot tag, know you guys personally.
Hot tag.
Hot tag. Okay, I got you. I'm coming in hot. You know, I'm gonna hit that Big E spear.
And your new.
Oh my god, it's AJ Styles! Oh, it's AJ Styles! Oh my god, it's AJ!
It is AJ Styles.
Oh my god!
The Seahawks are not as good as we thought they were.
And we want to punch Jim Cornette in the face repeatedly until he bleeds because he's stupid.
That's how you get pink eye right there. Oh!
You know, like it and subscribe and follow and tweet and Instagram and Twitter and all that other stuff. Anyway, we will see you on the flippity dippity. I still got it. I get it every time. Oh yeah.
We're not doing that's why we're here.
We're live.
We are live. Welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic. And through the month of June, we are here to review every WWE Money in the Bank installment. And this Money in the Bank that we're reviewing is the first ever Money in the Bank, which was in 2010. I mean, it's not the first ever Money in the Bank match. It was the first ever Money in the Bank pay-per-view, for those of you that don't know that. But now you do. But let's go ahead and get started with this review. So the first match that we get kicked off with was the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. And the people that were in this match was The Big Show, Kane, Kofi Kingston versus Christian versus Matt Hardy versus Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, and dashing Cody Rhodes at the time. And Casey, you gotta say something?
Wow, you would be a horrible fucking teacher. I had my hand up for like 5 minutes. Okay. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. I had some in my head, had my hand up waiting, and you just ignored it. You just ignored it the whole time that I was trying to say something. I had my hand up, and you ignored it. Oh, I was gonna say, is this on your channel or is this on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast channel? Because if it's on your channel, then it's technically the Juggernaut Show shit, whatever that is. I'm just saying.
No, it's Juggernaut Retro Reviews. This is episode 2 of those also. But
So, and why are we? I don't know.
we're gonna put it on both channels.
It's Juggernaut looks back.
So welcome to the Juggernaut Show. I fixed it for you.
You fixed it for me. Well, yeah, that's a good thing. But yeah. So this, I just lost my track. Oh, I'm back on my track now. Okay, here we go. So this was a very fun ladder match. We had like pretty much 4 veteran guys in this match, and we had pretty much 4 4 up-and-coming superstars back at this time. And, I didn't really see Big Show win this match. I really wasn't expecting Kane to win this match, but, he was the person who actually won this match, which was very shocking, which, in this day and age, if pretty much Kane won a Money in the Bank match, people would just lose it. Like, people would hate that, people would just boycott everything, because who would want to see Kane win a Money in the Bank match in this day and age? But, I mean, Kofi Kingston, he did a lot of good spots in this match. Christian, actually, I thought he could have been, like the dark horse who actually won this match, because back in 2010, like, he was one of my persons who actually predicted to win this match. Matt Hardy, I really wasn't expecting him to win this match. Drew McIntyre, he was another person who I thought could have won this match, because he was the whole chosen one at this time, and he recently, I think he dropped the IC title, so I thought he could have won it, and he was Mr. McMahon's like hand-picked guy in storyline wise. Dolph Ziggler and Cody Rhodes, I really wasn't expecting them to win it at this time, because they really haven't gone through like the IC title, like went through the IC titles and stuff, so I really wasn't expecting them to win it. But I thought this was a very good match. I like one spot that happened in the match when Kofi Kingston pretty much did a boom drop through announce table on Drew McIntyre. That was really cool. Big Show, he brought a huge ladder out during the match. I don't remember how much pounds it was, but it was a really huge ladder. It was really heavy. and pretty much all 8 competitors they fought on the match on the ladder, which was really cool. And the whole storyline behind the Big Show was, he couldn't climb a regular ladder, and they were trying to see, how Big Show was going to be able to do this. Christian and Matt Hardy.
That entire sentence without saying he's fat.
He is fat though. He's fat. But Christian and Matt Hardy, they went back and forth for a little while because they were kind of having a feud, like a tiny little feud. Telling that they couldn't like really win the big one. Drew McIntyre, like I said, he did some pretty good stuff, but he wasn't really in there for very long until when he got put through that announce table. But the winner match was Kane. He won when he was on the ladder with, I think it was Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre was like snuck in. You thought he was going to win, and Kane pretty much slammed him off the top of the ladder, and he was your Money in the Bank winner. Which we'll see Kane later on in the night also, but yeah, that.
Oh, I'm assuming it's me. You don't say
Yeah.
anything. You don't say anything. You just assume that I know that I'm not. Anyway, that one fella in this match, that one fella looks an awful lot like Drew Galloway. I mean, it can't be the same guy. There's no way. It can't be. But
I mean, it's his twin.
he looks an awful lot like him. But I enjoyed this match. This was definitely better than the Raw Money in the Bank. Was this one? This was a SmackDown.
Yeah, this was SmackDown.
I want to know where that big ladder is now. Why don't they use that for other big guys? Like, why isn't that?
I think Tyra should have stole it.
He should have. He should have. Why didn't they, give him a big ladder like that? It was a good match. I liked that Kane won. It was kind of unpredictable. There was a bunch of other guys that you kind of expected to win, like Matt Hardy or Christian, 2 guys that basically sort of established the ladder match in WWE. And then there was, the up-and-comer that never became the poor Drew McIntyre. He was supposed to be the guy. He was supposed to be the next, and then it didn't work. We didn't expect Kofi. Obviously, Kofi is one of those guys that you put in these matches just for the big spots. I don't think they've ever really given him that big push. They just kind of throw him in matches because you're going to get some good spots from him, especially in ladder matches or Royal Rumble. But definitely a good match. Like I said, definitely better than the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. And I don't know if it's just because we've sort of been the past couple years sort of groomed to be used to short matches on Raw and SmackDown, but for some reason this match seemed really long to me. I was like, wow, they are still going. There was a second there I was like, I didn't remember that this match was as long as it was, and it probably wasn't even that long of a match. We're just, like I said, we're used to such short kind of shitty matches. Even on pay-per-views anymore, we usually get kind of short matches. It's been getting better, but definitely a good match.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh yeah. This match was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think going into it because I try to remember what I was thinking, but I also, because a lot of these pay-per-views I remember them, but I don't remember who won what matches. And Kane was the absolute last. Okay, he probably was next to last behind, next to Big Show. He was almost last on my list of people I thought was going to win. I did not expect this. I was like, wait, what? Kane? So that surprised me, but I guess it did kind of work with the whole I gotta find my brother and you gotta feel my pain. You know, the whole feel my pain thing he was doing back in the day when he was bald and weird-eyed Kane. But
He's still bald.
Oh yeah, and how he's telling the, he found Undertaker in like a vegetative state. Like that's the whole thing that they were saying.
oh yeah, vocabulary, guys. You know, during this PG era, we've learned so much vocabulary. It's not even funny. Vegetated state, laceration. Anyway, but when Dolph got pulled off that ladder by Big Show, and then like the ladder hit him in the back, I was like, ow. I was like, come on, Big Show, don't be so rough on the man. He a good dude. He a good dude. And then freaking Big Show, I think, got the entire world thrown on top of him. I think I even fell on top of him at some point when he was piling on those ladders. Like, I was like, what? I was like, man. I was like, they ain't gotta play Big Show like this. It ain't fair, man. He a giant. You know. But
he's fat.
you know.
He's fat.
Anyway, after watching Big Show in this match, I kind of want to see one more Big Show title run. Just one more. Just I don't know why. I was just enjoying Big Show in this match for some reason. It was 2010. Don't get me wrong. It was 2010.
Yeah, this was 6 years ago.
But I kind of want one more match. You know what? I got the perfect title for Big Show. He can come back. He can come back and be a light heavyweight champion, baby. No limits.
Maybe if he loses his weight, then he could do that.
Ain't that what the slogan is? No limits in the light heavyweight.
That's for the X division. That's
he can go over to TNA.
You're in the wrong.
See, I thought the light. See what I was thinking. I was thinking the light meant like it shines in the light or something. You know, they weren't clear about it. But I mean, I want to see one more title run from Big Show. I want to see it. You know, I want Big Show, versus Roman Reigns versus John Cena. It needs to happen. WrestleMania 33. I can see it in Orlando, Florida. WWE. Right now. You know you want to. Vince, you know you want to. You know you want to do this.
Well, we're going to forget about that whole thing that DJ just said there, but the next match we had of the night was the Divas Championship match, which the Divas Champion was Alicia Fox versus Forrest.
Match of the night.
Now, this match was good for what it was, but there wasn't really anything behind this match. I mean, no one gave a shit about this match. I mean, seriously, no one gave two shits about this match. I didn't care about this match, and I'm happy they kept this match short. And we also will get, their women's match during the night, but thankfully that was even shorter. But it was good, for them, how they actually tried to put on a good match here. But like I said, no one really gave a shit about this match. But the winner of the match was Alicia Fox. She would retain her title, and that was pretty much it. And like I said, I'm happy they kept it really short. And what the heck did you just do over there?
I didn't dab. I promise.
You didn't dab. You did though.
You did.
Okay.
Again, you don't even tell me. You just. Yes.
So Casey be over there. See. That's why you gotta tell him, because Casey be over there texting Babe, and then it be his turn, and he don't know.
Because he's old.
Nate, can we talk about Santino Marella defeating William Regal?
I think we did miss that one. I think we missed it.
I think that was on the pre-show. But yeah, that happened.
They didn't even have pre-shows at the time.
Freaking Wikipedia is telling me. Wikipedia be telling me. Look at that. Santino Marella. Whatever 1D means, I don't know what that means. I don't know. But anyway, we just.
That's dark match. That's the dark match.
That was the One Direction match. Yeah, I get it. But anyway, can we just can we relive the fact that Alicia Fox, queen of the jobber / being thrown around into different storylines and having nothing to do was in fact Divas champion at this time. I know it's hard for you to believe. It's hard for me to believe, and I was, my God. And then Eve Torres. I totally had a rare Eve Torres in my supercard deck, and I was like, fuck it, and I fed it to one of my other cards because I wasn't getting any other. I think there's literally one Eve card in there. That was the one card that I got, and I was like, fuck it.
Like on Supercard, there's a lot of E cards. There's a lot. There's
I got
there's
the
an epic one.
Literally, I got the one. I didn't get any others. I couldn't upgrade her. I couldn't do shit with her. It was just there. Anyway, yeah, it wasn't a horrible match. It was just, like you said, at that time, people really didn't care about the Divas Championship. I feel like people still cared more about the Women's Championship, even though, I mean, there was a better storyline with the Women's Championship, I felt like, at the time, with Lake Cool and everything like that. But, Alicia Fox for champion. I'm throwing it out there.
I agree. I do. I want another. I want Big Show at the top of the card, and I want Alicia Fox. But for real, Alicia Fox should be at the top of the card. She's one of the most underrated female talents, I feel like, personally. No one really pays attention because she was in the Divas era, and they're like, oh, she has to suck. But Alicia Fox is actually really good. She's athletic. And she has some good moves. She might not be great all around, but she has some good moves. And I actually like this feud a little bit. It was simple. I guess that's why people didn't really care too much about it. But I thought it was effective. Like, it was one of those feuds where, like, oh, you beat me, so it was a fluke. It was like a feud you would get in anything else. In any other sport, any other in any other business, you would get like a fluke type of a victory, and they would talk about it. So that's kind. I actually kind of liked it. I thought the match was okay. I was expecting more from my girl Alicia Fox. She's my manager. On WWE 2K16. If you haven't already, check that out on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast channel. It is up there. Me losing a lot because I'm in the Intercontinental. Anyway, but But I really do. I thought this match would have been a little bit better, but I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I want them to do something with Alicia Fox. I like her a lot. I'm a big fan. I've always been a big fan.
And then the next match we had was the Unified Tag Team Championship match.
Yeah, that was Unified, not United.
The United States Tag Team Championship.
We had the Unified. No, we had a Unified Tag Team Championship match. The Hart Dynasty was defending titles against the Usos, or the Quesos, I like to call them. it's a bad joke, but
it is.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Should never be stated.
Horrible, but this is going back to the Divas match. No one cared about this match. I mean, they weren't really trying to make the Usos have some heat against them. Like, they weren't even trying with the Usos very much. And, like, they didn't even give them the win back before, like, at this pay-per-view before this, which was Fatal Forward, which I freaking hated the name of that show. That was a bad show. Very, very bad. But they didn't even give them, like, give him the win in that a six-man match? I don't remember what it was, but they didn't even give him the win there. And they, the Hart Dynasty and the Usos, they traded, wins on Raws and SmackDowns, but like I said, no one really cared about this. And the Hart Dynasty, they put up some pretty good matches, but I mean, this was a good match for what it was. But like I said, no one gave two shits about this match, which it's unfortunate because the Hart Dynasty, they were good workers, and the Usos, I mean, they were starting to kind of establish themselves, but at least they weren't doing all those super kicks like they do now, because I am tired of the Usos always doing super kicks, because that is one of the most repetitive moves. Like, the only pretty much people I like to see doing super kicks is Shawn Michaels and Doesn't live. No, but I mean, Casey's giving me weird looks, so.
You don't like the Young Bucks super kicks? Number one.
Yeah, Young Bucks. Yeah, you got the Young Bucks there also.
Okay, so a total of 4 people do them, and one of them's retired.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see your issue.
What did you say about the?
They have good super kicks out on top of that.
That's the one good thing that they do. That is the one good thing that they do, and you are shitting on that. I mean, they can't get over the top rope, but they can do a pretty good super kick. I mean, come on. I think we need more super kicks in WWE. That is what WWE is lacking. Super kicks. Also TNA. That's TNA's problem. Not enough super kicks.
Super kick!
Exactly, and that reaction. Somebody needs to super kick. But I didn't think this was a bad match. It was. I think the issue with this match is just because this was sort of early in the Hart Dynasty career and the Usos career. This was still back when we had no idea which one was Jimmy and which one was Jay. And when Tyson Kidd had that horrible hit, and nobody cared about David Hart Smith. But and this was kind of still when Natalya was still, kind of good. She had potential, but they
actually, I don't think she was that good back then. Like, I think she's better in like 2013, better than. Like, I just don't think she was that good in 2010. Mm-hmm.
You disrespect the super kick. You have no right to talk. Your argument is invalid, sir. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, like I've always said about Natalya, they use the fact that she's, Bret Hart's niece way too much. She could have done really well on her own. I liked the Hart Dynasty. Don't get me wrong, it was a good push for them. It was a good kind of a debut team for them. But unfortunately, none of them really ever went anywhere. David Hart Smith obviously, went elsewhere. I think he went over to Japan. I don't know what he's doing currently, but Tyson Kidd had a lot of injuries. He was injury plagued for most of his career. He's still, I think, signed to WWE, but I think he's injured now too. And Natty, unfortunately, she is a great talent, but they've never really given her that push. And even now, it's they're just doing it as filler. The Usos. Remember, for a while, we were really upset that they were not giving the Usos a push. They would never give the Usos a push, and finally they gave them the tag team titles, and then they had them for like 7 years, and now
weren't they the only tag team though at that time? Like, wasn't that the time we talked about there was no depth in the tag team division?
Yeah, the tag team division was very weak.
Like when the Usos first got the titles, like they had no choice but to keep them on them for a while.
Like there was ups and down moments in the tag team division, but that was a really low point in the tag team division in 2010.
But I mean, I think this was they didn't win the titles in 2000. Anyway, we are talking about 2 different times, Justin. We are talking about 2 different times. But anyway. I didn't think this was a horrible match. Like I said, I think the booking was just, they were 2 young teams that hadn't been established enough yet to really make this match feel that important. And plus, I think for all of these matches on the card, you have to kind of put in the benefit of the doubt that, this was the first Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Anytime you have a first pay-per-view, kind of rocky, no matter how the card is, just because you don't know if it's going to work out. We didn't know if this was going to be a one-time deal or if this was going to be a match or a pay-per-view that they were going to have every year. Yeah. DJ, it's your turn. He's not going to tell you, but I will.
Hey, that's why you host a lot of things on our channel. But anyway, I was excited going into this match because, it was cool to see the young Usos, but it was also cool to see the Hart Dynasty. because we hadn't seen those guys in quite some time, and they didn't really last as long as I kind of hoped that they would have. But I liked Davy Hart Smith though, or Davy Boy Smith. I might be wrong on that one, but anyway, I liked him anyway. I thought he was kind of underrated at times. I liked him a lot. I wish they would have given him more of a chance. I think he is still in Japan though right now, if I'm not mistaken. So, but I liked him a lot. I thought this match, it was pretty good. Actually, since we want to call this the low point of the tag team division, I thought it was pretty good for two young teams. Because these are two young teams trying to carry a rocky division at that point. So I'm not going to complain about it. I thought it was a pretty good match. I liked it. I like the what do they call it? The oos into the. I don't know what they call it. Alley-oos. That's what it was. I wish they would still use that because I like that name. The alley-oos into the Samoan drop. I like that. Shout out to Matt Striker. Matt Striker on commentary. The boy. He's a good dude. I like him. But I enjoyed this match. I thought it was good. Tyson Kidd and this thing, this here, that there. I'm glad I'm glad you got rid of that. I liked you better without it. But I remember you most when you had the
little duck ass. It's the
yeah.
little,
I might give me one actually. I'm gonna shave my head and I'm just gonna let this grow out a little bit.
No.
How you gonna tell me what I'm gonna do, Justin? How you gonna tell me? I'm gonna get it on my player. Since I ain't gonna really do it, so I'm gonna get it on my career. I'm gonna get in with the thing.
The little thing, the thing. Like
Doohickey.
the doohickey, yeah, the doohickey.
I guess we're gonna call it that. But the next match we had was the World Heavyweight Championship match, which the World Heavyweight Champion was Jack Swagger at the time, and he was facing Rey Mysterio, which this is one of the best matches of the night.
Was Jack Swagger the champion at the time?
Wait,
I could have
sorry.
Rey Mysterio came out with the title.
It was Rey Mysterio. I had that flipped around there. My bad. But this was probably one of the best matches of the night. Not being a ladder match. This was very fun. I like the storyline behind this with Rey Mysterio. He was kind of injured during this match because Jack Swagger, he kept, on recent SmackDowns, he kept locking in the it was not the Patriot lock. He was locking in the ankle lock at the time. Yeah. He kept locking in the ankle lock, and he kind of injured him. And I like, other than going back to the Usos, I like how they gave Jack Swagger, they kind of put heat on him a lot more because a lot more fans hated him, which I didn't like him at the time, but this was a very fun match, and I like how the commentary tried to play that Rey Mysterio, he couldn't hit his 619, but he did hit the 619 during the match, which I like how they kind of played towards that. But the winner of the match was Jack Swagger. I mean, not Jack Swagger. Sorry, Rey Mysterio.
You really just want Jack Swagger to be
The winner of the match was Rey Mysterio, and he will beat Jack Swagger by a roll-up, and then after the match, Swagger will beat him up a little bit, and then I'm pretty sure Kane came out, and then pretty much, I think he beat up Swagger, and then...
Did you watch this show?
Yes, I did. But I can't remember a lot, because I watched this a few days ago.
There's this thing called notes. Maybe if you wrote something down. I'm just saying.
And then Kane came back out, and then he cashed in his briefcase on Rey Mysterio. And then Kane became your new World Heavyweight Champion by beating him by a chokeslam. So, yeah, that was that match. Which I really wasn't expecting Kane to cash in the same night, but that was really cool that he did because we had that what's the word I'm trying to say? We had the the shock value, which I kind of like that when we have shock value. But yeah, that was that match.
I mean, if you want, I can buy you a notepad and a pen.
I mean, I was taking a little bit of notes, like, oh, screw it. I don't need it.
Obviously not, because he was like, and I think Jack Swagger was Jack Swagger was not the champion, but he won it. No, he didn't win the title. Anyway, your new world heavyweight champion, not Jack Swagger,
And still.
and still not Jack Swagger. But this was one of the first of many Jack Swagger pushes. I think this one lasted a little bit longer than 3 months, though, as they usually do. But it's definitely a young Jack Swagger. I kind of liked young heel Jack Swagger a little bit more than, more recent years Jack Swagger. He seemed a little bit more kind of cocky back then, and I liked how he was using the ankle lock on everybody. This was kind of when we kind of saw him as sort of a new Kurt Angle, I guess. It felt like they were kind of booking him like the next Kurt Angle, because is all American. In the
Oh, hindsight is so 2020. The new Kurt Angle. Oh.
Yeah, that never happened. So, yeah. Moving on to DJ.
Oh man.
He's dead. He's dead over there.
Oh goodness. That was good. But yeah, I definitely like this feud. God, Jack Swagger back in the day. Can we go back to that?
I really
like
wanted him to become world champion. See, that's why I kept saying he won. I really wanted him to win.
But he didn't.
He didn't. But I want to go back to this time because I think Jack Swagger is a good wrestler. I like him a lot. I wish they would push him more than 3 months. And I don't. People say he got overexposed during his title run, and maybe he did need a manager at that time to kind of calm him down a little bit. But I did like the cocky heel Jack Swagger. I thought it was good. God, he was so annoying though. He was so annoying. The all-American that had to say American twice. I hated it back then. But man, Jack Swagger, man, I enjoyed this match. I thought the feud was good. It made a lot of sense. You would think though, if you had someone in the ankle lock and you hit the 619 while they're in the ankle lock, wouldn't that practically break an ankle? Wouldn't that hurt more? Wouldn't that provide more tension on the muscle? I'm just saying. I felt like who did he have that on? Who did he have the ankle lock on? Anyway, he had the ankle lock on somebody during the video package. Big Show. And then freaking Mysterio hits the 619. And I'm like, shouldn't Big Show be dying at this point now? Because he would think that would provide a little bit more pressure or something. But, maybe it's just me. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought this match was good. I liked the feud, the surround, going by the whole ankle thing. If this would have been today though, Mysterio would have tapped out immediately once he got into the ankle lock. I'm Kalisto. I'm Kalisto. Excuse me.
You done?
No, I'm not. I'm still talking. Actually, I got more to say.
Okay.
Words and stuff.
Wait, he's not done. Why are you switching?
And then the next match we had was the Women's Championship match, which this was not a very good match. I mean, I'm happy they kept it short. And the Women's Champion at this time was... What did you just say?
Pig.
I mean, I like the Divas match a lot better. The Divas match was a lot better, but this match was pretty much a botch fest. Oh yeah, the Women's Champion at this time was Layla. Well, I mean, and Michelle McCool was with her, because they were Lay Cool at the time, and sometimes Michelle McCool, she would defend the title because they pretty much kind of split the titles up a little bit, broke the titles up. That's what they did at the time. But she was facing Kelly. It's a very botch fest match. really wasn't into this match at all. And I'm happy they kept it short, but they tried to do what they could do in the match, but not a very good match. But Layla would get the win by help of Michelle McCool, and that was pretty much all about that match. Not good at all. Not good. Not good at all.
DJ, didn't Justin just say before that the Divas Championship match sucked? And now he's saying that wasn't that bad and that this one sucked? I'm getting mixed signals, okay? I didn't think this match was that bad. Partially because Kelly was in this match. And
Kelly sucks. She sucks.
any match with Kelly is a 10-star match. Is a 10-star match.
Would you say it's an expose?
It is an expose. It is an instant classic. No, I like this match. I thought, Kelly obviously wasn't the best in the ring, but she was friggin' gorgeous.
Hello?
Hold on.
Hello? Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Hello.
We're gonna move to DJ here for a minute.
Oh, it wasn't my phone. All right. No. I thought this match was okay. I thought the Divas match was better. Because Alicia Fox. But this match was okay though with Kelly and whatnot. I was happy to see Kelly back. I was excited to see Kelly back. It was cool to see Lay Cool. I like how they kind of split up the titles because they're a team and whatnot. Because rarely ever do you really see that. Do you see that like team unity where they actually split up a title? And they split up a singles title at that, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I like this. I thought it was a pretty good match.
Now back to Casey.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to call. My mom called me. But anyway.
Hey, Mom. Hi, Mom.
She's not on the phone anymore. What? Okay. Anyway, yeah, I didn't think this was a horrible match. Obviously, Kelly was never the greatest in ring, but she's freaking gorgeous, and I wanted. Oh God. Anyway, but I always really liked Layla though. I always thought Layla was pretty good in the ring. Michelle McCool, not as much. She wasn't bad, but I definitely thought Layla was the better in-ring performer in Lay Cool. But they both, they were a great team. They did really good promos and stuff, and I liked them splitting up the women's championship. That was kind of something unique at the time. I was upset that my girl Kelly didn't win the title, but it's cool. It's cool. Whatever. Okay, now I'm done.
And then the next match we had was the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. We had what?
Shit, absolute shit. The ending of this match was shit.
We had Randy Orton versus John Morrison versus Evan Bourne versus Matt Hardy versus Edge versus Chris Jericho versus The Miz and versus Ted DiBiase. Now, Edge and Chris Jericho, they were pretty much like there was a lot of veterans in this match. Did I forget Mark Henry? I think I did forget Mark Henry. Well, if I did, Mark Henry was in this match. But there was a lot of veterans in this match, other than the Money in the Bank match from earlier in the night. For the SmackDown side, there was a lot of up and coming stars, which that's why I like the SmackDown Money in the Bank match better. But this was a pretty good match here. There wasn't as much big spots in this match, but John Morrison, he was pretty much a spot monkey during the match. Evan Bourne, he was a spot monkey during the match.
That is
Randy
not
Orton,
nice.
he was hella over in this match. Edge and Chris Jericho, they were pretty much people who created the Money in the Bank ladder match. I mean, Chris Jericho was main person who created it, but Edge was the first person pretty much who ever won a Money in the Bank match, so that was really cool. He was back in it. Ted DiBiase, he was kind of the dark horse in this match. The Miz, he was one of my persons who I was predicting to win this match back at the time. Which, The Miz, he has improved so much back at that time, because I think he was one of the best on the mic. He got like so much better on the mic. And The Miz, he came in like when Randy Orton was at the top, threw him off the ladder, and climbed that ladder and won the Money in the Bank. And after the match, he pretty much cut a promo and he says, you know what, you guys never believed in me, pretty much said that, I'm gonna pretty much win the championship, and I just freaking love this promo after the match, and it was a pretty good match. But like I said, it wasn't better than the SmackDown Money in the Bank match, but it was good though. It was good. Flipped it up there.
Oh, he switched it up on me. He did. I was not expecting the switch up. I heard him say it, and I was like, he's not doing it. He's not. But I like this match. I agree. The SmackDown one was a lot better to me. Personally, I kind of like, especially with these matches, more so the SmackDown one. I don't know why I'm talking about the SmackDown one more than the Raw one. Now we're on the Raw one. But I guess the Raw one makes me think more about the SmackDown one. You get to see some of those older gimmicks that you weren't kind of, that you remember from back then, but it kind of makes you look back on it a little bit. And I don't know. I definitely like this match. This is when Miz was about to reach his peak, baby. I was so excited when I saw the like last bit of this show was just really good to me, really good to the soul. And you'll get the last part in a minute. You'll get that last part. Oh, I'm so excited. But anyway, The Miz, he was soon to be.
That is not the right title.
Shut your mouth. You don't know that. You can't see it. You can't. Your eyes. But I was excited. I didn't remember The Miz winning this one either, because I don't remember the exact years of WrestleManias. I remember 30. Just because it was my first year of college, so I remember it was my second semester of my first year of college, so I remember that. But like years-wise, I don't remember any of the WrestleManias, so like I get confused when I like when I see somebody win a Money in the Bank, because I think they're gonna win another one, because I thought Dolph was gonna win the one earlier for some reason. But I definitely I thought this was this was a good match, just wasn't where the SmackDown one was, which is surprising to say that SmackDown was better than Raw on something. Wow. Because I remember back in, like once we got to the tail end of this whole brand split thing, SmackDown... SmackDown.
And there's actually something I want to say. It was really cool, how The Miz, he was the United States champion at the time, and how he won, the Money in the Bank, because that's never really been done before. Where
he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, because
he's the best.
A person with a mid-card title winning the Money in the Bank, like that's never really been done before, which that was really cool to see that be done before. Which I know that a lot of people give Miz flack back in the day, but he's really improved. I mean, seriously. I mean, he did great in that Intercontinental Championship match. At the Extreme Rules. I mean, he's just gotten a lot better.
That's not even the right shape. That's not.
It is. It's an M. And it was an M for that time, because we were on the old logos. Ha! Got him. Roasted. Whoa! The Miz. He's the best. He's the best. The greatest of all time.
Okay, let's talk about this match.
Anyway, let's tell you the truth about this match. The ending was the darkest ending ever. Many children cried. The ending of this match actually caused millions of puppies to just die. The ending of this match killed innocent puppies. Think about the puppies. I'm just saying. But the one weird thing about this match is I feel like looking at the competitors in this match, you would think this match would be better, if not as good as the Raw. Because we had some really good, we had veterans of ladder matches in this one. We had a bunch of young guys in this one too. We had John Morrison, Evan Bourne, Edge. Obviously, it was one of the best in ladder matches. But just there wasn't as many good spots in this match. It didn't feel as exciting, and maybe it was because the SmackDown one opened the show, so we were, obviously in the beginning of the show you have a lot more energy than towards the end of the show. That's why they like to get your energy up in opening matches, and then there's a rest period usually in the middle of the show, and then so you kind of get that your second wind by the end of the match by like the main event and things like that. So that could have been maybe the fans were just kind of tired, and it was just giving them a little bit of a rest, but it just didn't seem like as good as the SmackDown Money in the Bank. And then they had a chance to make it really good, and they just threw that away by letting The Miz win. I mean, that was the worst. That was probably the downfall of the WWE. Let's be honest, that was the downfall. And right now we're on. We're building up again. But it's just that was the. For a while, I really thought it was John Cena being shoved down our throats. That was the issue. But now I see the fact that The Miz won the Money in the Bank. That is all of the issues in WWE wrapped up into one little briefcase, and it's horrible. It was horrible. Worst outcome ever.
Well, you heard there was the worst outcome ever. But yeah,
this was worse than Undertaker.
What? Yeah, you.
I was saying this was worse than Undertaker losing at Mania. I'm saying it.
I don't think so.
That was record.
It wasn't really that bad. But moving on to the main event, we had the WWE Championship match. It was inside a steel cage match. Sheamus was defending the WWE Championship against John Cena. And the whole storyline behind this was pretty much to keep the Nexus out. And pretty much Sheamus, he was trying to do it the cheap way, this pretty much escaping over the cage. But he was like, you know what? I want to actually do it, kind of the right way, but he would pretty much escape the cage because Nexus, they would pretty much get involved, which pretty much this whole during this match, I really wasn't really into this match because Sheamus versus Johnson matches, I've really never been into those matches. Sheamus versus pretty much Randy Orton or Johnson, I never really got into them. I got into more Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler matches or Sheamus and Cody Rhodes matches. I was more into the when Sheamus faced Mick Carter. I don't know why. It's just that he just worked a lot better with him, which they kind of went through the motions here a little bit. I mean, I heard Cena calling a lot of spots in this match. I mean, he just called a whole bunch of spots. I mean, it feels like they were just going through motions during the match. I mean, the match wasn't the best, and pretty much the crowd was just pretty much waiting for the Nexus to come out because we knew that the Nexus was going to come out, and they did come out, and they tried to get involved with Michael Tarver. He had the bolt cutters, but the referee took the bolt cutters away from Michael Tarver.
Mention that name again.
He took the bolt cutters away from Michael Tarver, and they tried to get the keys from their referee, but the referee threw the keys in the crowd, and I thought that was really cool. Which would have been really cool to catch those keys. I don't know,
but how was he ever gonna get the door unlocked?
You can raise the cage.
I'm concerned. No, but the door. The key is the door, Justin. They can never unlock a steel cage door again. Ever.
Bolt cutters. Bolt cutters.
They took the bolt cutters away. They threw them away.
They did. Also, by the key. By the key. The key is the issue. The key. The lock. The key. The lock.
But so then some people
Oh, don't
some
act like
people.
you didn't just hear me say this
Oh,
logic at you. I spit
I
this
did.
logic at you. You can't get it. You understand, Justin? Come on, I'm concerned. I want them to be able to get out of the cage.
You can raise the cage though, but that's beyond the point.
Do the damn noise.
But back onto this match. So then we had a whole bunch of Next member trying to get into the cage. Gabriel, he's the only person who actually made it in the cage. Cena and Gabriel going out on top rope, and Gabriel he got thrown in the cage, and then Wendy's he slithered. He never made it on top. He just barely made it over there. And Sheamus, he was going out the other side, and more people were trying to take down Sheamus. But Sheamus would end up making it to the bottom of the floor before John Cena did, and he would retain his WWE Championship and run off and backstage and pretty scared. And then Cena, he was pretty pissed off. He was really mad, and he beat up Darren Young and Michael Tarver at the end, which I go like, no, well, they did not deserve that. They did not deserve that at all. You know who deserved that beat up? It was Sheamus who deserved that. Sheamus deserved that because he was.
Michael Tarver always deserves it.
No, Michael Tarver did not deserve that. Michael Tarver is the best. He is the best.
Oh my God.
But like I said, this was a hard match. It was better when the Nexus got involved. That's what I was really more looking forward to, the Nexus getting involved. But yeah.
Yep. Nexus all day. Nexus for life. Can we just talk about the highlight of this whole segment match?
Yeah. Michael Tarver getting hit in the face with steel steps was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, shut up. Anyway, we get it was a mediocre match. It wasn't that good. And then Nexus featuring Michael Tarver comes out, and Michael Tarver is carrying bolt cutters. They are the signature Michael Tarver bolt cutters. They were selling them at Home Depot at the time, I think. I think they were selling them on WWEshop.com too. But Michael Tarver comes out with the Nexus, and the ref steals Michael Tarver's bolt cutters. But Michael Tarver's like, that's cool. I can still get in there because I'm Michael Tarver. And I'm trying to see how many times I can say Michael Tarver before DJ freaks out and kills somebody. But yeah, Michael Tarver. There was a couple good spots though in this match, or after the match, I guess, when Justin Gabriel goes up to the top and gets knocked off. Beautiful bump he took there. Gotta give him props on that one. And then freaking Wendy tries to climb up and gets halfway and just flops on the floor because he sucks and he sucks. And why is he still signed by WWE? Because he sucks.
You know what's funny, Casey? You know what's funny? The only one of those three who is actually employed by WWE is Wendy.
Isn't there?
Michael Tarver sucks, and Justin Gabriel, he's really good. But Michael Tarver sucks. He's fat. He got hit with stairs.
He's the man.
Oh my God. Justin, when are you gonna give me the floor? Okay. The moment that I think I've waited for a while for this. I have waited for a long while because I didn't hate Michael Tarver as much as I do right now in 2010. I don't think I hated him. Trust me, I did. Because when he quit on NXT and then came back with the Nexus, I hated him a lot. But
he quit for his family. He quit for his family.
Y'all should have seen some of the Snapchats that Justin and Casey got last night. Me watching Michael Tarver get beat up with stairs and freaking speared by clothesline by John Cena. It was epic. Oh my goodness, it was the greatest thing I have ever seen. Michael Tarver, I hope you watch this. I'm going to mention you in every tweet about this video so you know that I hate you. Actually, I hope he comes on the show one day so I can tell him that I hate him in person. But anyway, this was great though. The match was it was cool when the Nexus came out because I didn't remember this exactly. I remembered some of it. I remember freaking the referee just just shucking those keys. I thought that was hilarious. This was like one of the first times that the referees actually stood up for themselves. It's weird. Referees can't stand up for themselves against one person, but it's a group of guys, and my goodness, they just, you ain't gonna get me, like what? Like, what logic is that? Oh my god. Anyway, I just thought it was funny that the referees could stand up for themselves in this against a group, but can't by themselves. And then when Justin Gabriel got thrown off of the cage, I was like, ah! I thought that was real cool. And then freaking, they was just beating off the Nexus from the cage. Just beating them off, and then
I said beat them off.
Shut up, Justin. I knew you would catch that. I knew you would catch that. Anyway, freaking Michael Tarver. Oh my goodness. Michael.
Michael freaking Tarver, the man.
Those steps going right on that face. When he came, freaking, I was watching this with Justin. We were in an Xbox party. And I was watching it with Justin, and Michael Tarver came out, and I was like, no, get him off of my screen. It's Michael freaking Tarver. I was so upset. And then he got hit in the face with stairs, and I was so...
Ooh.
Why don't y'all understand that Michael Tarver sucks? Out of all the Nexus members, he is probably the worst.
No.
Am I wrong?
Wendy was the worst.
Skip Sheffield was the worst.
Skip Sheffield, he was not the worst. He was real good.
He was a corn-fed meathead.
Yep.
Darn it.
But
Michael Tarver was the worst. I don't care, Justin. You can't prove to me that he wasn't the worst.
He was the worst.
That doesn't prove to me anything. That just proves to me you have a middle finger. That proves to me nothing.
the one thing about this match that I was like, I can't believe he did that when he actually threw the keys out in the audience, and I'm like, somebody could get hit in the face. Somebody could get sued. Like, those are actual keys. These aren't like fake plastic keys. Those are legitimate keys, and you just throwing them out into a crowd. Some little kid gonna get hit in the face.
I mean, I would have caught those keys if I was there. I didn't even know the show was in Kansas City until the show started. Like, hey, I could have been there because Kansas City's like only like 2 hours away from me.
You're late.
Seriously, I like. But that was the end of our.
Time machine. You could go back.
I could go back, but
it got destroyed.
But that was the end of our Money in the Bank 2010
Wait, we don't want
review.
to end yet. We got one more match.
The dark match with DJ and Casey.
No, actually, it was a tag team match.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, that was the end of our review. And if I had to go pick a match for you guys to go back and watch, it would be. You guys don't even need to watch the whole show. You just go watch the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. That's all you need to watch, and then that's all you need to watch.
I mean, by the time they watch 3 matches, 3 different matches that we tell them to pick, they might as well watch the whole show.
No, then they don't need to watch the whole show. They can just watch this match here. The Money in the Bank ladder match. Best match tonight. Casey, pick your best match.
You know what? You don't even have to watch a match. You have to watch the end of a match. And you have to watch the excellence that is Michael Tarver. You just watch Michael Tarver and how...
Get hit in the face with stairs. Watch Michael Tarver get hit in the face with John Cena's arm. Watch...
But he sold that. He made John Cena looked strong there. You know, he could have made him look weak by just taking it and
See,
standing
no,
there.
he didn't. He didn't make him look strong because he would have still been employed by WWE.
Wendy sucks.
Michael Tarver got fired.
Oh, whoops.
John Cena sucks and Wendy sucks and DJ Beal's character in 2K16 sucks.
He's actually pretty good. He's pretty good, and he's soon to be your Intercontinental Champion. Very soon. If I can ever rise up the rankings and not win matches by count out. But that's just me. Where would I tell you to watch of this show? If I had an actual match, I tell you to go watch Jack Swagger versus Rey Mysterio. But you know, if you really want to see something that you can really, you know, sink your loins into, you can really bite into, I guess you could say.
Your loins.
Loins into what?
Yes, your loins. Your loins. Anyway, go watch Michael Tarver get beat up. You know, go watch him catch that clothesline. He caught it real nice, though. He did. I give him credit. He caught it real nice. You know, he took that hit to the face with the stairs. He took that real nice. You know, I mean, I think you need to go watch Michael Tarver get beat up, and then you can tweet at him and tell him how much he sucks. I think it could be a family affair. You and I, me and you, us and we and them and you. We can do it right now. Let's do it. Follow us on the snap on the what is this? The Twitter. Follow us on the Twitter and we can talk to him right now. We can talk to him right now. You can follow my personal account, Beast Mode 123100. We can talk to him right now. I'm gonna tweet that man right now. Michael.
Well, why he's tweeting him right now?
Michael P.S. Hayes. Not Michael Jordan either.
So that was the end of our Money in the Bank 2010 review. Thank you guys for joining here. If you guys first time ever checking out one of our videos, please smash that subscribe button on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. It's the only podcast that is always an Instant Classic. And also go subscribe to my channel also while you're here. Juggernaut097, you know. Just one little subscribe for both channels. One little subscribe. That's all it takes. And also go follow the podcast, the podcast Twitter and my personal Twitter right over here. And that's pretty much all. And we're going to let Casey end it the way he always ends it.
Oh my God. I'm leaving.
We will see you on the Michael Tarver Flippity Dippity. Because he's that damn good. He is amazing. We can have a whole show dedicated to how awesome Michael Tarver is, and it wouldn't be enough time. It would not be enough time because he's phenomenal. Actually, AJ Styles stole that from him. They were gonna originally call Michael Tarver phenomenal, but Michael Tarver, he's a humble guy. He's like, nah, you take that, AJ. You take that. He's just so good. So good. And he left. He didn't get fired. He left because he wanted younger stars to get the spotlight. He didn't want to hog the spotlight. He didn't want that. He wanted others to succeed because he's just a good guy.